I wrote Landslide very fast. I had met some people in Aspen, and I went up to somebody's really beautiful house with my little Goya acoustic guitar, and I think they went out or something, and I just said, can I just stay here and just sit on the living room floor and look out this amazing window at this amazing view and just write? And they said, sure. And they left, and I just spent a couple hours there by myself. And I really did sit there on the floor cross-legged looking at the mountains of Aspen. And obviously there's not too much about snow-covered hills in any of the rest of my songs, because I don't have any snow-covered hills in any of my songs. You know, I never go to the snow. So, and that's when the whole kernel of the reason that I wrote it started to happen in my mind. And when sometimes when you write a song, you have a poem. Sometimes when you write a song, you don't have a poem. It's simultaneous. And this was one of the simultaneous songs, which I just started playing, and I just started singing, and I just started writing, you know, as I was going. So it was very fast. Some of my songs are written very, very fast. And when that happens, it's very magical, and I know it. The first part of Landslide, I think it was the first line. I think it was, I took my love and I took it down, which really meant, I always said I took my ego and I took it off the mantle. Like that trophy ego that we all have, you know? And I took the ego down and decided, was it selfish to walk away? And I think that I understood that somewhere I felt something big coming, and that what was really coming was Fleetwood Mac, and that I was going to give this relationship that had already been going on for a long time. I mean, Lindsay and I had been together in a band since 1968, and we had been together as a couple since 1970. So this was already 1973. So we'd been living together, you know, pretty much as a married couple, more or less. And so this was, if I was going to walk away, this was a huge deal. So that was in other words, I stood back and saw the future. And that's what Landslide meant, was the landslide will bring you down, you know, the landslide of what it could have been or might be. I was only 25 years old when I wrote it. So it was not written by somebody my age now. It was written by a young girl in her mid-20s. So what I hope when this show does this song, I want people to listen to it and understand that this was not written by this old woman, you know, that this was written by a young girl who was facing her future. And I think that what your show does that I love so much is it brings a lot of these great old songs that were written by all these famous rock and roll stars that are older now, but they were just kids when they wrote these songs. So it's not like they're not relevant, because all young kids are the same, you know. We're all the same in our 20s. We're all looking towards what's coming in our life and whether we're going to get married early or whether we're not, or whether we're going to have kids or whether we're going to be in music or try to be an actress, or all this is coming when you're 25 years old, you know. So I hope that, you know, seeing this song for those little, you know, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids that are watching this, they'll go, well, where did this song come from? And then this will go back from me to the Dixie Chicks, or from Gwyneth to Glee, back to the Dixie Chicks, back to Billy Corgan, back to Fleetwood Mac. So, and then the music stays alive, you know, and these great songs from the past that would otherwise be, unless you happen to be a big Stevie Nicks fan and come to see me in concert,